Yeah, I've tweeted. We can start. Everyone's here.
Yeah. Right. It's been the most significant day for in the history of WazirX Nishal. It's been kudos to your hard work. It's been 1,000 days of this hashtag. I think something which probably you couldn't think of it, but your hard work has paid off really well. Hashtag India wants crypto turns 1,000. So how do you answer that? How's been the journey?
I think when I started, I did not really think about the fact that it might take 1,000 days, and we would still keep tweeting about it. But when I look back now, I think I'm glad I started the campaign, and if I could do it all over again, I would still go back and start the campaign. It has helped in us reaching closer to our mission, which has been with this campaign. It has been to bring about positive regulation in India, and the second is to spread awareness and to dispel all those myths that exist around crypto in India. And to a large extent, I think we've done that in a good way. Now, when we started the campaign, I remember there were about 4 to 5 million people in India who were into crypto. And today, that number is 15 to 20 million. So we've grown at least 3 to 5x in terms of the entire ecosystem itself. Then in 2018, back in 2018, a lot of misconceptions existed around crypto. People always thought, like, the general thing, if you spoke about crypto to anyone in India, was like it's illegal, it's bad, and people only use it for negative use cases. Today, people want to learn about it. People ask about, they want to know more about crypto. People understand not just crypto, they understand DeFi, they understand NFTs now. So I think we've come a long way in both. In terms of regulation, our finance minister has spoken about it. We've now have RBI talking about a CBDC. So net, I think we've progressed really well, and it's been a good 1,000 days. We intend to continue the campaign. Everyone is really excited about tweeting about this every day and continue to do this so that India becomes one of those top, I would say, crypto nations in the world.
Right. Right. Well, Rahul Moldenwal says congratulations to you, and he says that you are our inspiration, and he wishes us on turning 1,000 days. So there are a lot
Thanks,
of people
thanks.
who are wishing you and thanking you for inspiring them. Right. And just to top it all, there's a good news, which I think people would be like to knowing that we are also having a decentralized exchange system. Which I mean, why don't you just go ahead and explain to us about that?
Sure, I think we've been working on this for a while now, and the objective was, the first question people ask is, you already have a centralized exchange. Why another decentralized? Are you going completely that way? Uh, the reason why we decided to build this was because we saw a lot of our users who are telling us that they also want to get into the decentralized part of exchanges. Not everyone is comfortable custodying their, let's say, crypto assets with a centralized exchange. And we understand that. It's ultimately choice. If you look at crypto is all about choices. If you want to custody your crypto with a exchange, you could do it with the existing WazirX platform. But if you do not want to, we don't want you to search for alternatives. We want to give that to you on our own, which is where this the decentralized exchange comes in. So for anyone who's not comfortable, let's say, using a centralized exchange, you could always then use the decentralized exchange that we are going to launch. So we're working on it, and it's at the final stages. We hope to launch it soon.
Right. So Harsh Patel here in the YouTube comments asked that, hi Nishal, what are the upcoming projects for WazirX? I think for Harsh, we just have this latest good news. And I think Nishal, you can contribute to more if you want to reveal some more upcoming projects, or if you want to talk about our relevant projects which are sustaining right now.
So see, I think the last big thing that we launched, a couple of things. One was the quick buy feature, where you can, with a single tap, buy and sell crypto very easily. That helped us onboard a lot of people onto crypto. Tens of thousands of people use that now, and they love the experience. Yeah, because if you're not a pro trader, if you're not into trading, but you still want to get into crypto, this helps you a lot. So quick buy has been working really well. Then after that, we launched our NFT platform, which has gotten tremendous, I would say, response. We've seen a ton of creators come in. We've seen some amazing NFTs being created, and it's just the beginning. With NFTs, we see that NFTs can actually reach a lot more people than crypto. because it's all about images and art and visuals. So we're pushing there. We're doing a lot of work on that platform as well. The DEX, Decentralized Exchange, is what is coming next. We have quite a few other features. In fact, now we have more bandwidth. Our team, we have hired a good number of people to work on new features as well. I can't reveal them. As soon as they're ready, we'll definitely announce.
Right. The next question is possibly you would like to clear the myth, right? As you have been doing it with the hashtag India Wants Crypto. Irfan Magre wants to ask us that my question is, if you're founder of WazirX, why do you promote Bitcoin? A lot of people in the world support Bitcoin, but none support WazirX token. So I would like to tell Irfan that kind of we are educating people about crypto, and perhaps that's what you've been doing since the past 1,000 days of this thing. So how do you answer this?
Yeah, see, look, we are a platform, and we don't really stand for this or that or any token. But the thing is, when you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the first ever crypto. It's the token that created this entire revolution. Um, Bitcoin is also tried and tested. It's been there for over 10 years now. A lot of people who enter crypto, they enter because of Bitcoin. And to a lot of people who are not in crypto, crypto is all about, it's just Bitcoin. The altcoins are something that once you get into crypto and you understand what it is and you learn more about it, then you go into the alts. So the reason why I talk about Bitcoin is because my intention is to get people to come on from the fiat world to the crypto world. It doesn't matter what token you want to buy and what way you want to come in, but the important thing is the information should reach you. And instead of just talking about crypto and not giving an example, I would rather talk about Bitcoin, which people understand and identify, even if they're not in crypto, and they'll read about it. So that's
Right.
probably one of the biggest reasons why. And the fact that Bitcoin is not really backed by any one particular company or a section of society. It's done by everyone. The founder is anonymous. There's no owner of that at all. It's a truly decentralized a product which has been created right from the beginning. So I think everyone who's in crypto wants to talk about Bitcoin and wants to know about it. That's the primary reason why I usually, if I have to mention a token, I try to restrict it to Bitcoin.
Right. Another question is by Mohammed. He says that what are the challenges that you face during this whole process of hashtag India Wants Crypto?
Quite a few challenges. I think the biggest challenge has been how do you keep yourself motivated? Because right now we are in a bull market and everyone's excited and everyone wants to talk about crypto. But back in 2018, when we had a banking ban in India and exchanges were shutting down, there were no new startups coming up in crypto. There was not enough funding coming into the country. We had trouble having a bank account. I think during that time, being motivated to tweet about this every day was definitely something which I had to really internalize and keep myself motivated to push harder. And I think I'm glad I did that. But that was really difficult. And then in 2019, I think the draft bill came, which was really harsh for crypto. The bill spoke about I would say making holding crypto a criminal offense and all those things. So here you are, you're building something in an innovative sector. You want to push the country forward in that sector. And then you have these pushbacks in terms of a wrong, I would say, understanding of crypto, which leads to a draft bill, which is not really the right kind of direction for the country. I think that those kind of movements really made it tough. But I think with that, probably the biggest reason why I kept moving is I got some amazing feedback from all of you. I still remember I've gotten a lot of feedback which said that people have said that they wake up in the morning, they look at the tweet and they get motivated to keep working on crypto. And I've got a lot of people who retweeted, who share. 1,000 days of me tweeting, I've had so many people who have been with me right from day one, retweeting it, sharing it with their friends, liking it, commenting on it. So I think those things kept me moving through all the times, all the difficult times in crypto.
Right. I would say probably this is the best advice for anybody who's starting out in crypto, because that's the difficult challenge. I mean, everybody goes through. So I have another one from Arindam. He says, "Hi Nishal, could you explain what is the process of an exchange listing new coins, and what factors do an exchange consider before they decide to list a new coin or a token?"
I think I can't go deep into every detail. There's a lot of things that go in before a new token is listed, and it's not like 5 steps and you get it listed. Several factors affect it, and I think if I was to tell you, the first most important thing is as an exchange, we have to make sure that there is some legitimacy to it, and that comes in through various ways. One is we look at the teams that are working on it. We look at the kind of early investors who have come into that project. We also look at how many, let's say, exchanges or how many different products have already integrated or listed these tokens before they come to us. If it's already on something like a coin market cap, we look at the market cap, for example. So there's a variety of factors. We then all of a sudden there is always some tokens where a majority of our users say they want it, so then we have to look into that, and probably if it checks out, we'll have to list that. So it's a combination of several factors. It's never like, if you do these three things, you'll get listed. Sometimes what happens, there are these popular tokens that you hear about, but then you can't even find who's behind it, or, you sometimes realize it's probably too early for it to be listed.
Right.
So it depends, I would say.
Right. So there have been like a lot of comments around this, and I think I've been pushed to ask this, to be very honest, because in the past live streams also. So Harshit wants to ask you when staking feature will be available, and the main question he says main question in quotes, that when WazirX will launch their own wallet.
I think for staking, this is something that's on our roadmap, and we definitely want to bring it on. I don't have a timeline for it, but be rest assured, we'll definitely bring it. It's definitely something that a lot of our users have asked for it. So we are going to work on it. Wallet, I think, so look, as an exchange, you can use it as a wallet, but I understand where you're coming from. You want a specific dedicated, probably wallet where you can just, maybe deposit and withdraw your tokens. Um, we haven't really thought deep about it, because most of our users use the exchange itself as a wallet when they want to. But it's definitely a good suggestion, and we'll look into it for sure.
Right. So I would again reiterate out here on the live stream that since you've been tweeting like for past 3 years, what was the most impactful tweet which you kind of felt that it created an impact?
I think quite a few. There's no one tweet that I would say is being the most impactful. Every tweet, but some highlights would be. I think it was. I don't know. It was over 300 days when Mr. Raju Chandrasekhar, he's a member of parliament, and he replied saying, get in touch with me. So I got in touch with him, and he helped out a lot. So I think that was something I would say amazing, because a member of parliament reaching out and wanting to understand and hear the community, that's a great thing. Then the day when we won the Supreme Court case, I tweeted about it with India Wants Crypto, and I think that was one of the bigger highlights. So in general, there's been a lot of such tweets, and sometimes you have a celebrity retweeting one of your India Wants Crypto tweet, then and that's an amazing thing. So I've had quite a few such instances. There's no one tweet I would say is like the best. Everything has been amazing, I think.
All right.
Archit,
I
I
have a
think
question.
there's also a lot of question around burn, and
Yeah,
I think I'm seeing it right now. And I'm seeing those
I thank you for
burn
taking this up. I
emojis.
was, yeah. I mean, it's full of that because it's just simply burn. So they're all quite curious since the start of July, and yeah, it's great. I mean, probably you should take this up.
Let's answer. So, see, the thing is, we can't disclose the burn date. We will announce as soon as we do the burn. But I would say it's in the work, and it will happen soon. Um, have some patience, but I understand. I've been also seeing a lot of this on my Twitter as well. The only thing is we cannot put a date to it. The moment it happens, we'll definitely announce it. And we haven't forgotten about it. We do that every quarter, so we'll do it this time.
Right. So I think probably all the subscribers now you've listened it from the founder's mouth, right? So probably you have the most honest answer about it. I feel like, yeah. I think there are a lot of questions. They're so happy now. They're just tweeting it up with fire out there. So that's great. So another thing which people are asking here is that what is going to be the future of DeFi? They're quite curious about it. So why don't you go ahead and answer that?
All right, it's a good question. So, look, it's not just DeFi. Think of everything in crypto. There's always the most important thing that you need is a user base, a very strong active user base. Now, what has happened to DeFi is 2017 was when you saw a lot of people coming into crypto, and then it happened again this year in 2021 and 2020 as well. As more and more people come in, a percentage of that population moves over to the decentralized ecosystem completely. A large percentage of them stay on centralized exchanges like WazirX and every other platform. Uh, and slowly, steadily, as you mature, you move on to completely decentralized world. Now, for anyone to use DeFi, they need to be integrated into that whole DeFi, whole decentralized ecosystem, which means you must be into that zone where you're using wallets of where you're custodying your assets on your own. You believe in only using decentralized, let's say DEXs and decentralized protocols. So it's still very early, but I believe when I look at DeFi versus let's say anything centralized, DeFi has the power of building whatever your imagination can get you to. Versus in centralized, what happens is you always have to look at rules and regulations and what is allowed and what is not allowed. So your creativity is stifled, innovation is stifled in a centralized ecosystem, whereas in decentralized, the sky is the limit. So what does that mean is as more and more people get into the decentralized ecosystem, these DeFi protocols, the ones that are made with the right intentions for the right purpose, will definitely grow tremendously. So what you're seeing right now is, I would still say, very early days of DeFi, still hyper experimentation where people are trying out things. A good number of these DeFi protocols and some new ones in the future will emerge where one day it'll be possible for any developer in the world to create a bank in 5 minutes. I think that's going to be true DeFi world where a developer, software developer somewhere in the world wakes up and says, I need to create a bank. And he pulls all of these protocols together and launches a bank in 5 or 10 minutes. That's going to be the day when DeFi would have arrived. And right now, what you're seeing is everyone's building towards that day. So it's going to take some time. I don't know, 3 years, 5 years, but that day will come, I think.
Right. Mohammed Salman asked here is that how best is our security team to check the bugs in the exchange?
So we look. It's never a thing where your work towards security towards making products amazing. It's never like I've done it today and now it's over. It's always an ongoing, and we continue to work on that. We continue to work on the security, on making sure there are no bugs in the system. But it's always an ongoing aspect, and it's never like we have done it now. There is no work there, and we continue to expand our team, and we will continue to do that. We're getting better. We learn a lot as you spend more time in crypto, as you have more experience working on this. You get better at building the product, and that's what is happening to us. We've had some unprecedented levels of growth in the last several months, but the last 1 to 2 months have also been where we have grown our team. So we've been also able to, I would say, contribute better to product building. Our products are getting stronger and better. So yeah, it's just an ongoing thing. I can't tell you that no one can claim they're the best at it because it's an everyday thing. You have to keep doing it.
Right. And the final question, probably it's like I think we've taken most of the questions from here. The final question is that what is the future of hashtag India wants crypto, and how would we further contribute to spreading the awareness?
So I think the idea is to continue the campaign and to bring more people together. What I like about India Wants Crypto is the fact that it's not a campaign that's associated with just one company or something. It's associated with India, with the ecosystem, and all of you, I think, are responsible for taking it forward. Tweet about it, retweet about it, share it everywhere. The mission is let's get positive regulations in India around crypto so that the ecosystem can grow faster. The second is let's bust all the myths. Let's spread the right information. So whenever you do that, just use that hashtag and share that information. If you want to help with regulations, write articles around why India should regulate. Go on YouTube, create videos, send. We had these campaigns in between where you could send letters to your members of parliaments telling them that India should regulate crypto. So there's a lot that you could do as an individual. You could learn about crypto. You should be aware about what is happening in crypto. You could teach others about crypto. You're contributing to India wants crypto. Then anything you do, you start a company in crypto, you're contributing to India wants crypto. So I think net everyone who's in crypto and doing some work for someone else is probably contributing towards India wants crypto. And I would suggest you to continue doing that, do more of that. We need to increase this ecosystem. We are about 20 million people in India today in crypto. I believe if we keep doing this way, we'll probably reach 50 to 100 million people in the next 2 to 3 years. And that'll be amazing for India.
I just have one more question, because I think Yokesh has been just pinging me down. It's the question is by Yokesh Ryder. He says that we've implemented the customer call service, but yet if any problem comes and we call the customer service, they're insisting to raise a ticket. So what's the purpose of having a call service?
So it's a step by step. It's a good question. See, it's a step by step journey for us. We did not have any call support, and we heard from every one of you that you wanted to speak to someone on the phone. And the fastest way to do that was to get people trained on the job and get them to start servicing you faster. So we've done that. Now, what happens is there are quite a few things to be done behind the scene to be able to solve your queries right away. And we do that, but a lot of these queries need deeper work, and we don't want to, one, keep you hanging on the phone. Second, we don't want to also spend your time while we fix it. So the best way in that case, what happens is we raise a ticket so that there's a separate team that's working on deeper resolutions, while the call team can go on to receiving more calls and helping people. So that's one of the reasons, and it also helps us scale faster. If we were to, let's say, focus on solving the issue right there all the time on the phone, then we'll be putting a lot of people on hold, and that will create a even worse experience. So the idea is, let's reach out and let's be available for everyone, and we raise the ticket, and there's a separate team that will solve it for you. So don't worry about it. I would say the best way is always raise the ticket, and if you still want to speak to someone, you can always call up, and they'll also help. And we also push these tickets to get faster. Now I think our ticket resolution time has come down really drastically. I think it's almost the same day. So we are improving in every area. The voice support honestly is also for people who are new to crypto, because what happens is for them, they are in this urgency where they want to hear from someone and get some I would say confidence on the crypto ecosystem, on WazirX and everything. That's where phone support really helps. And for people who've been into crypto for a while, and if you use WazirX all the time, I would suggest the ticket is probably the fastest way. Raise a ticket, team will solve it for you.
Right. So a lot of questions around app updations, as you've already told us that probably all these features will happen soon. So I think probably we've answered Vijay's and Jyotishwar's question. So I guess that's about it. It's been great hosting you, Nischal, and I think probably our subscribers and all the fans for WazirX have got their answers. There has been a good news of introducing a decentralized exchange, which makes a lot of people happy here, and it's another feather in your innovation. So thanks for joining me for this live stream and sorting out people's queries here.
Thanks, Arjit, and thanks a lot, everyone. See you soon.